flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, Madam President. Councilor Thompson?
Here.
Councilor Bay?
Here.
Councilor Rudd?
Here.
Councilor Green?
Here.
Councilor Carney?
Here.
Councilor Ryan?
Here.
Councilor Boyle?
Here.
Councilor Allen?
Here.
Councilor Driscoll?
Here.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of September 10th? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Now is the time and place for a public hearing. Would the clerk please read the short title?
Yes, Madam President. This is a public hearing to abandon a portion of Sanford Avenue on property known as 1944 Valley Drive. No one spoke in favor or opposition to this proposal at the Planning Commission public hearing. Anglers Association of Onondaga petitioner.
Thank you. Is there anyone here to speak in favor of the proposal? Please state your name and address, please, in front of the mic.
Good afternoon. My name is Kevin Barone. I'm the attorney for Anglers Association of Onondaga, who is petitioning for this abandonment. I'm also work for the firm Barclay Damon. Unfortunately, Chad Norton, who's the vice president of Anglers, is unable to be here today, and he wanted me to publicly apologize to the members for not being here. Chad's health condition makes it difficult for him to be here when the weather is really bad, so he apologizes, and I apologize on his behalf. We are in favor of the abandonment for Sanford Avenue because it's going to allow for Webster Pond to continue its site as a, for the public to enjoy it for the beauty that it currently still is, and ultimately, if the council approves the abandonment, we already have a motion in to purchase the property from the city. Upon purchase, we will then convey a portion of Sanford Avenue to the neighbor to the north, Mr. Ronald Heilman, who's a very friendly neighbor and supports the mission of the Anglers Association. Also, the main point of the abandonment, aside from the fact that it's going to now allow the Anglers Association to have continuous uninterrupted ownership of the land, the final phase of their development plan is to build a facility to which the public would have a restroom in order to enjoy the beauty of the park, which is a bird sanctuary, and also to provide a gift shop and refreshments, water, a drinking fountain. So when people come there to enjoy the park and play with the birds, they also have a facility that will allow them to stay longer and maybe have something to drink and use the public facilities. So this abandonment is probably the third step in the overall process to develop further the Webster Pond, and ultimately the main benefit is to the public to come and continue to enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else here to speak in favor of the proposal? Is there anyone else to speak in favor of the proposal? Is there anyone here to speak in opposition of the proposal? Is there anyone here in opposition of the proposal? If not, hearing none, I declare this public hearing closed, and the legislation will be considered during the regular order of business. Are there any petitions?
No, Madam President.
Are there any committee reports? Are there any communications?
No, Madam President.
Thank you. And who has that? All righty, and now Councilor Rudd.
Item A of unfinished business is ready, and I introduce it to the council.
Thank you.
Any discussion?
Any discussion? Councilor Driscoll.
Yes, I would just like to have some discussion on this, this item, explaining my vote. I will be a yes vote on this contract. I've been informed that a tentative agreement has already been signed, and a no vote would likely just lead to arbitration, and in the end, we would most likely end up with a very similar outcome. I would like to voice both my frustration and disappointment with how the administration has handled this. The council made it very clear we wanted to be kept in the loop regarding the process and how the conversation was developing. I feel I was not engaged until after the contract was already pushed before me for a vote. It was more than a week after the police contract appeared on the council agenda that we finally got even some rough numbers on the contract, and at no point were any of the other items of the agreement discussed with us. I am giving the administration the benefit of the doubt because I know they've been overwhelmed, but I also want to make them aware we can only accept this excuse for not engaging us early on this one time. We are taking steps to improve our relationship with the police department and providing them the support that they have requested. Today, I will vote to approve the 2016-17 PBA contract with 2% annual wage increases, night shift differential pay, and longevity increases. We are also increasing police staffing with 2 new classes. We face many immense financial and cultural problems in our city. It is difficult to find any tangible, implementable ways to address these problems. How can we avoid a fiscal control board? How do we end the adversarial relationship between the community and our police department? How do we increase safety and stability in our neighborhoods? New hire residency, to me, is an easy, attainable step in the right direction that addresses all of these issues. I'm calling on the Police Benevolent Association to demonstrate that they are our partner by joining us in implementing a solution to these problems. Exercise the long-held tradition of parity between the police and fire personnel by adopting the same new hire residency language currently with the fire contract. If we do nothing to change our fiscal trajectory, the very future of this municipality and the police force are both at serious risk. We have done our best to address the concerns of the police department. I ask that the Police Benevolent Association join us to help address the many problems facing Syracuse. A step in the right direction would be to adopt a new hire residency clause in the next PBA contract. Thank you, Madam President.
Discussion.
In my time on the council, I've done what I can to learn about the police department. For example, I did a ride-along for an 8-hour shift where I witnessed firsthand the wide variety of situations we expect our officers to handle instantly. I was told it was a relatively quiet evening, but we still had calls ranging from frustrated parents who are unsure how to deal with their own children to shots fired in broad daylight at a local park. Additionally, I completed the department's Civilian Police Academy training. In one exercise, I was asked to get the hands of a non-cooperative 110-pound woman behind her back. I'm 6'4", 240 pounds, and I could not get her hands behind her back. As I sat winded from trying, an officer said, "Now maybe you know why sometimes we punch people in the face." And in that moment of tired frustration, my honest response was, I think that's about the only way I would have gotten her hands behind her back. The job of a police officer is undeniably difficult, yet critically important. When we encounter situations that we can't handle, we often rely on the services of our police. With that said, I would like you all to understand my job on this council. I'm the chair of the Finance Committee in a city with severe financial challenges. Like many of the situations faced by our police officers, the situation is nuanced, though outsiders are quick to offer aggressive opinions with little information. Our reserves are low enough that our application to the state for a financial restructuring board was recently approved to help us improve our long-term financial condition. This year, our budget, $245 million, was less than our budget a year ago, $248 million. Any government spending less money from one year to the next is a big deal. This financial reality means that every department must innovate and identify ways to provide services more efficiently. As a city that is excited and energized about our future, we can accept nothing short of getting more with less by working honestly with every department. The police department is our largest department, and the salaries are the biggest expense. This contract includes approximately $3.2 million in retro payments to officers and increases our costs for the same level of service by $2.3 million a year at a minimum. I want all workers who invest their careers and personal lives here in Syracuse to earn good wages, but when I look at the contract for police, I have to ask, the city is giving 2% raises for 2016, another 2% for 2017, longevity increases and shift differential increases, but what are we getting in return? In recent years, I've been enthused to see the fire department agree to 5 years of residency for new hires for a comparable 2% pay raises in 2016 and 17. This police contract lacks this kind of financial and community building innovation, and that is worrying. There are many points of potential improvement within the police department that citizens regularly point out to me. In consideration of time, I'd like to talk about 2. First, we can no longer afford the 4-day, 8-hour work week. This generous work schedule inherently makes our department more expensive because it creates conditions that facilitate overtime spending. This structure gives officers 17 more weekend days annually. That's 136 fewer hours worked per officer each year. Spread across 400 officers, we lose 54,000 hours each year, officer hours each year. Last year alone, our city paid $8.2 million in overtime for the Bureau of Field Services as a result of this generous work week. This is not and has never been financially sustainable. We must explore other structures, for example, 4 10-hour days, 5 8-hour days, 2 12-hour days combined with 2 8-hour days. Whatever it is, we need our full-time salaried officers to contribute 40-hour work weeks. Most importantly, we need a police contract with residency restrictions. Some people describe those who ask questions of the police as anti-police. Well, I want to be very clear with everyone, I'm not anti-police. I like police officers so much that I actually want our officers to live in our neighborhoods. Currently, 95% do not. I want officers to be safe, paid well, and have enough time off to thrive personally and professionally, but I also want them to be full-time members of the Syracuse community. We want you and your families walking our streets, patronizing neighborhood stores, attending local schools, and spending time with us as neighbors. We want to build a better, more innovative Syracuse with you, and if you want that kind of Syracuse too, then I am convinced that you will agree to bring your growing families into the city with us to do that. If you don't want to grow here with us, then we need to talk about that too, so that we can reevaluate together our citywide policing goals. We are not a paycheck, we are a community. This is the beginning of our new round of bargaining. If this measure passes, we will already be out of contract with the police. I, along with other counselors, have communicated these priorities to Mayor Walsh's administration and believe these priorities will be incorporated into future negotiations. I'm worried about this bargaining pattern we are setting with the police, one in which we pay for years worked after the fact without an opportunity to offer our residents a higher, more innovative return on their taxpayer dollars. To build a stronger Syracuse, all departments must innovate and contribute. Again, this couldn't be more true than right now because we are a financially constrained city. 2 important ways that the police department can help us reach our shared vision is to work cooperatively with the city to restructure the work week in the police department and to increase the rate of residency. We will be a stronger city with a stronger police force when we have more officers living in our neighborhoods. With that said, I cannot vote for this contract, though I do look forward to continued negotiations with the Syracuse PBA.
Any more discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
Yes, Madam President. On the local law, Councilor Thompson.
Yes.
Councilor Bay.
Yes.
Councilor Rudd.
No.
Councilor Green.
No.
Councilor Carney.
Yes.
Councilor Ryan.
Yes.
Councilor Boyle.
Yes.
Councilor Allen.
Yes.
Councilor Driscoll.
Yes.
7-2.
Thank you. I have item 10. I would like to introduce it, just adoption. Any objections? Discussion? Please call the roll.
Yes, Madam President. All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Councilor Thompson.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 11 and 12. These items are ready. I'd like to introduce them and urge their adoption.
Item 11. Any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 12. Discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Thank you. Councilor Bay.
Thank you, Madam President. I have item number 13. I'd like to introduce it and urge its adoption.
Thank you. Item 13. Any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Councilor Rudd.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 14 through 20. I would like to introduce them.
Thank you. Item 14. Discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
The item is adopted 7-2 with Counselor Rudd and Green voting no.
Thank you. Item 15, discussion, objection. Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 16, discussion, objection. Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 17, any objection, discussion, objection. Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 18, discussion, objection. Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 19, any discussion, objections. Please call the roll.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 20, any discussion, objection. Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Thank you. Counselor Green.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 21 through 29. I'd like to introduce them and urge their adoption.
Thank you. Item 21, any discussion? Yes, Counselor Green.
Thank you, Madam President. This is a developing technology, and it's unclear what the technology will look like in the next 5 years of this agreement. When the committee asked if the company was able to provide a comprehensive plan of the locations that would be used in the future, they were unable to do so. For that reason, I am not in favor of this item. Thank you.
Any objections? Please call the roll.
Item 21, all in favor?
Aye.
Counselor Thompson.
No.
Counselor Bay.
No.
Counselor Rudd.
No.
Counselor Green.
No.
Counselor Carney.
No.
Counselor Ryan.
Yes.
Counselor Boyle.
No.
Counselor Allen.
No.
Counselor Driscoll.
No.
The item is defeated 1-8.
Thank you. Item 22, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Thank you. Item 23, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Thank you. Item 24, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 25, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 26, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 27, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 28, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 29, any discussion, objections? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Counselor Carney.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 30 through 35. We are withdrawing 32. All other items are ready. Those that are ready, I want to introduce and urge their adoption.
Thank you. Item 30, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 31, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 32 is withdrawn. Item 33, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 34, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 35, any discussion, objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Councilor Ryan.
Thank you, Madam President. I have item 36. I'd like to introduce that item and urge its adoption.
Thank you. Item 36, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Thank you. Counselor Boyle.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items number 37 and 38. I'd like to introduce them and urge their adoption.
Thank you. Item 37, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
38, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Thank you. Counselor Allen.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 39 through 66, items 52, 58, 59, and 65 will be held. All other items are ready. I would like to urge their adoption.
Item 39, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 40, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
41, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 42, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Item 43, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 44, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 45, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
46, any discussion? Objections? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
47, any discussion? Objections? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
48, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
49, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 50, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Item 51, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
52 is being held. 53, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Item 54, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
55, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
56, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
57, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
58 is being held and 59 is being held. Item 60, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
61, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
62, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
63, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
64, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
65 is being held. 66, any discussion? Objection? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Counselor Driscoll.
Thank you, Madam President. I have item 67, to appoint James Monto to the Land Bank. Advisory Board, this item is ready.
Item 67, any discussion? Objections? Please call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Thank you. We have now concluded the meeting. I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.